After sailing for 6 days and 1 hour, we covered 1,000 nautical miles, leaving Bermuda and ending up in Antigua. And this is a really unique destination to go to, and it has everything you need. And we're going to explore that in this video. When you need boat parts and you need things for your boat and you're in the middle of the Caribbean, where do you go? We're going to look into that in this video. White Diamond has officially made it to Antigua. Captain Tom here. So what are your thoughts on we came into Antigua?
What a great passage.
Isn't it amazing?
That was amazing.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, the winds were consistent. There wasn't a day where we weren't sailing. Up until the end there.
We had a little bit.
There was a couple times where lull, the engine was on.
We didn't do that many engine hours. We had a little bit of fast, sporty, exciting sailing, but within comfort level. And we had a couple days of nice, relaxing sailing. It was a beautiful trip.
So 1,000 nautical miles in 6 days and 1 hour. I think we left at 9 and got in at 10. So we're here in this really beautiful place. Look at this, guys. I mean, Antigua is, now I know why it's worth coming all this way, you know, to be here. I mean, look at this place. Quick pan around. We got the Dockyards. This is Nelson's Dockyard. Absolutely incredible. So what's your plan from here, Tom? Of course, I'm leaving Sunday, so I have 72 hours with Captain Tom, and then unfortunately I got to go back to work. I edit these videos and upload them to YouTube for you guys. But what's your plan, Tom?
Make it up as we go.
Oh, must be great.
Stay here for a few days, enjoy Antigua, do nothing for a week. That's my main plan. Definitely. And then we're thinking there's a rendezvous for the Salty Dogs in, I believe it's in Dominica. We're hoping to catch that, and that's about a month away. We got lots of time to get there. Guadeloupe maybe, but just make it up as we go. It's time to relax. Exactly. And if anyone wants to follow Tom, you can follow him. Is there any Instagram or anything you got? I haven't got anything on the go, but they can find out through you somehow, I'm sure. Exactly. Everyone's going to make comments. How do we follow Tom? So we're going to figure that out. I'll definitely drop a comment or a link or a post for Tom and his adventure where he can post photographs or something and share his story as well. So we got to say thank you. Everyone hit the like button, subscribe to the channel down below. Tom has been kind enough to invite me on this wonderful journey. I mean, it's really special for me, and we get to enjoy another 3 days together. And I believe we're gonna go get some food right now, have a home-cooked meal rather than something that we pulled out of the freezer. Something we can eat where the table doesn't move. Amazing. So very happy. There's lots of good places to eat nearby. It's about a 10-15 minute walk into town. Exactly. So we're going to enjoy being on land. So stick around. What's going to be next is we're going to do a little bit of a tour of this area and check out what Antigua, and in particular the Dockyard here, Nelson's Dockyard, has to offer. It took a lot of effort for us to get here, and I see the reason why Tom chose this place in particular. Nelson's Dockyard was built in the 1700s and has been active since then. They've turned it into a place where super yachts can dock. There's a city nearby where you can get things that you really need. And you also have the option of just paying a fee to stay in the national park, or you can anchor for free in one of the many bays in this area. But again, what do you do when you need boat parts and things for your vessel when you're in the middle of the Caribbean? If you watch this video, you will see a good place to find exactly what you need. And that's a really important thing. As anyone who's been out there sailing knows that things break and it can become a safety issue. If you need a bilge pump, if you need paint, if you need a life raft or an extra life jacket or an impeller, it's hard to find things out of the US. But in a place like this, I know that secret spot. All right, guys, it's day 2 here in Antigua. We're at Nelson's Dockyard, and we have a gentleman here who's come by to look at the boom and solve that problem. In the meantime, I'm going to take a very risky move. I'm gonna glue the drone back together.
so that I can fly it. So stick around. This could be either disastrous or successful, but regardless, you know, I think it's worth flying the drone. So I bought some super glue, and we'll see if it drops out of the sky. All right, so here's the deal. This is what it looks like. So that drone arm, I figure if I can get it like that and put in some 5-minute. I don't think the super glue will work on that, so I think I am gonna go 5-minute epoxy. So I'm gonna walk to the chandlery and get this sorted out. We need to fix this like big time. So let's walk to the chandlery and buy the right glue and let it cure. My name is Michael Potts. I live on a Scepter 36-foot sailboat. This is where I am today. We are in Nelson's Dockyard. White Diamond is med-moored here. This is the situation right now. And in this video, we're gonna go take a look and see what Antigua has to offer. If you were to pull into Nelson's Dockyard right here, what would you be able to go find out? Where are the chandleries? Where are the places to get dinner? Where are the places to have a beer? So we're gonna do a quick walkthrough of this amazing historical place. Now, the British Navy were here back in the day, and this essentially was a fortified area where the British Navy would repair their ships, and this is during the 1700s. It's now turned into a national park, and in order to moor here, it's $1.50 per foot. All right, and that's the price to be here. So let's take a look. Look at this beautiful place. Absolutely incredible. So let's, I'm in the process of fixing my drone, which was crashed in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. All right, so if you guys appreciate these sort of videos, you appreciate this sort of content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You can join my Patreon. The link is in the description down below.
Hey, morning.
You know, I think it was worth the effort to get the shot that I got. But when I flew the drone back on board, yeah, it toppled and broke. So in order to get this drone functional, Richard, who is a crew member here, Richard, say hi to the
Hello,
say hello. It's my buddy Richard here. And all right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk into Budget Marine. Budget Marine has everything you could imagine. So in this video, we're gonna go look at essentially a chandlery, a Budget Marine store. We're gonna get some 5-minute epoxy. We're gonna head back to White Diamond, fix the drone, and give it a test flight. And in the meantime, we're gonna see what you would see in Antigua here. So stick around, let's get into the video. All right, so if you're at Nelson's Dockyard and you need sail repairs, there is a place here, it's called Nelson's Dockyard Sales, Antigua. All right, and they have everything you need in order to fix your sailing needs. There are also rigging shops. Antigua's great because you can get things you need for your boat, and you don't have to be in a marina. In this video, we'll be showing you a sneaky spot where if you're at anchor for free, you can take your dinghy in and literally be 20 feet from a marine store. All right, so let's check it out. We're now gonna leave Nelson's Dockyard. This is the plan here. We are right here. We're actually gonna go out and towards the town. All right, so we're now leaving the gates. This is the gate to Nelson's Dockyard. And this gate has probably been here for, do you know how long this gate has been here for? Maybe a couple hundred years? Something like that? It's amazing. Look at this gate, guys. So they had like basic boat builders and rum makers, and you know, they would have had the British Navy here all back in the day. And I like this fortification because it's kind of, they've forced you into this tiny street. So if you had a bunch of people trying to attack this base, they'd have to come down this road. It's really the only place to get into the Nelson's Dockyard. So it's kind of like a pinch point, or what they call in castle terminology, a murder hole. You could have archers up there, you could have guys with crossbows, or in this case, they'd have guys with muskets standing by, just in case the natives decided they wanted to steal the rum from the British Navy and take it further into the interior of the island. All right, so Budget Marine essentially is a 20-minute walk from Nelson's Dockyard. All right, and there is also access, hello. There's also access from the shore, which I'm going to show you, so stick around. And you know, I'm trying to give you guys a perspective of a person who came into Antigua needing certain things. You want to get your sails fixed, okay? You want to have work done to your rigging. You want to provision, and you want to have some entertainment. So I'm going to try and cover those bases in this video, so stick around, hit the like button. All right, so this is the gate. You got to make sure, how you doing, sir? You got to make sure these guys are good, because they're not going to let you in unless you have a boat here. This man will give you a hard time. All right, so essentially you got to have a pass to get into Nelson's Dockyard. So you shouldn't have too much trouble getting in. If you look like a yachty, like me and Richard here, they'll let you in.
Park, otherwise you pay a fee to come in.
Right. All right, look at this cool little bay here. Wow. It's really nice vessels. I believe this guy's anchored here, so I'm assuming you can anchor here for free. Very cool. I just love it here. You know, it's too bad we're not down here with Evie, but that'll be in the future, guys. In the future on the channel, we will be in a place like this forever, as far as I'm concerned. All right, so as you're coming out of Dockyards, Nelson's Dockyards, you get these sort of like bars and liquor stores here. And as you're walking in towards, on the other side here, there's a big anchorage, and I'll point that out on the map. And as you're walking down here, there's a bunch of restaurants. Last night we went for a couple beers at one of they had live bands and stuff. It's pretty cool. So definitely very expensive. The money here is called EC, Eastern Caribbean, which is 2.6 to the dollar. So it's very expensive here though, guys. Like, we just had breakfast and it came to $50 US for 3 of us. And yeah, so that when you transfer that into Canadian, it's probably 80 bucks for breakfast. So Good morning. How are you guys, man? You all right? People are so nice here. So last night we were here, they had band night, and it was great. This place is called the Lobster Hut, and we had lobster rolls and beers. Oh, it was great. So definitely suggest that place. And the people were really nice, you know? All right, so when you come out of the dockyards, there's going to be a gas station. All right, and on your right or on your starboard side is going to be the Budget Marine. All right, they also got a dive center here and Soul Immersions Dive Center. Right. So remember that gas station, and the Budget Marine's on the right here. All right, so this is Falmouth Harbor Marina. Okay, so we left Dockyards, we turned right, and we're now right across from Falmouth Harbor Marina is the marine store, which is just up here. And it's pretty crazy. They get cars everywhere. Be careful, you get run over. Cars blasting around everywhere. All right, so we're gonna get into, oh, they got dockside liquors here. So here's a supermarket, right? You can load up with sandwich meats, whatever you need for provisions. Pretty good. There's a car rental place. So everything you need is essentially right here near Nelson's Dockyard. You might have to pay a premium to get anything. But I mean, hey, if you're in the Caribbean, if you have to ask how much it is, you shouldn't be here. All right, so this is Budget Marine, okay? And I'll bring up the map and show you guys where we are. Now, if you're at anchor and you don't want to pay for a marina, you got to come in and get things from the marine store. I'll show you the sneaky place. Right across the road here is a little dock area where you could tie up your dinghy. So to give you perspective, I'll point it out on the map here exactly where I am right now. But you could bring your vessel in. Okay, you bring your vessel in and anchor somewhere here. Okay, maybe out in the harbor here. Drop your hook, hop in your dinghy, bring your dinghy ashore here. Okay, come on over. It's funny, there was an engine here yesterday and now it's gone, so someone just stole that engine. Isn't that interesting? So Budget Marine is right across the way here. So let's go into Budget Marine and take a look around at some prices to get marine things here in Antigua. All right, guys, we're here in Budget Marine English Harbor. Let's have a look around and see what the prices are of what you're going to expect. Now, as you know, West Marine is the bane of my existence. And it seems like every time you go into a West Marine, you end up spending a lot of money. So let's have a look around at some prices here. And there's no price tags, of course, right? Again, if you have to ask how much something is, you shouldn't be here. So we got all sorts of your regular things here that you need: anodes, oil filters. You got all of your needs right here. Look at that. That would fit on my boat right there, that impeller. Look at this. They got everything that you would need is all right here. You got your various types of acetone, right? You got all the supplies you would need, paintbrushes. So if you had to do repairs, this is a great place to come. Okay, Budget Marine English Harbor. And let's take a look around. They got this huge section here. Wow. You got all the nuts and bolts, fittings, everything you need, heat shrink, right? If you wanted to buy a new Tohatsu, you could. We got rope over here. Now, I'm not seeing any prices on some of the items, so look at that. Everything you need is right here. So, you know, when you're stuck in the middle of the Caribbean and you need something for your boat, it's a safety issue. You gotta drop the money and spend it. You gotta do it, or else you could be in peril. Lots of fishing supplies here, scuba masks. They got all sorts of sea caulks and deck fittings. Bilge pump central right here. Look at that. So, wow, that's the one I have. Very cool. Toilets, if you had to replace your toilet, air conditioning. Everything you need is right here. Water jugs. I mean, this is boater heaven. So if you're all right, so we're just coming out of Budget Marine there. I hope you guys found that interesting. You know, I want to just trying to bring you guys here with me. You know, if you're gonna come here on a yacht, you got to roughly know where these places are, you know, and it's crucial. Things break on a boat. I don't care if you got a brand new yacht, if you got an older yacht, things are gonna break. And if you're gonna come down here, have a huge amount of your budget just for marine supplies, because when you got to fix something on a boat, you got to fix something on a boat. All right, so pretty interesting tidbit. We were having breakfast with Captain Tom this morning, and he told me that at the end of the day, it was pretty much the same price. He had work done out on the hard in Bermuda. It's pretty much at the end of the day the same price you would pay, $75 an hour to have a laborer. Pretty much the same of what you would pay in Canada. So I mean, you could haul out and get your boat fixed in a place like this, and it's not going to be too much more than it would be in the United States or Canada. All right, so I hope you guys found this video interesting. In the next video, we're going to do some more touring around Antigua. We're going to go around the island a little bit. So if you really like these videos, hit the like button for me right now, guys. Hit that like button. Make a comment down below. Tell me what you think. If I'm wrong often I'm wrong about things. And that's it for this video. Captain Michael signing out.
Join me next week as we continue to explore this beautiful sailing destination, Antigua. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We will see you in the next video. Captain Michael signing out.